Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Sloan. I am from California University of Pennsylvania. I am a junior and I'm majoring in communication disorders. Today, I'm going to be presenting my research with the University Honors Program. First, I would like to give a thanks to Strike a Spark for allowing me the opportunity to present my research. I would also like to thank Dr. Murray and Dr. Tuneman, as well as University Honors Program as a whole. My poster is titled Humor and Satire in Feminist Memes. I wanted to do this research because I am very active on social media, as I know a lot of people are, and memes are a huge part of social media today. As you scroll through Facebook and other social media platforms, memes are very present and very active. They are very humorous and they sometimes talk about serious topics. In particular, today we are going to be discussing feminist memes. Few people think about how humor can shed light on serious topics, and often even jokes that are funny have a very deep meaning and they also bring up serious issues. As I went through my research, I found an article by Kutz Flammenbaum in 2014. He stated that humor can serve to open up opportunities, expand movements, attract media attention, and shift public opinion. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking how people saw these memes and may not have even realized it, but their opinion may have changed. They may have realized something that they have not realized before, or may have gained a new opinion. Research that I found also demonstrated that these feminist memes are a powerful tool in strengthening a social movement that began hundreds of years ago. Today, I'm going to be discussing three main topics: the way that women should dress, the roles that they should partake in, and the way that they should appear. In the first meme on the bottom left corner, meme number 1, it says, "If women don't want to be harassed, they should dress accordingly." It also depicts Lady Gaga, who is dressed in an outrageous outfit, as she usually does. And this meme satirizes or criticizes the idea that women need to dress a particular way in order to be respected by men or just people in general. It suggests that women need to wear outrageous, unattractive, or even uncomfortable outfits that if they don't want attention from men or other people. This isn't fair because women should be able to wear and dress in whatever they are comfortable in, and they should not have to take the blame for other people's actions. Women should not have to wear the proper attire or anything in particular in order to not be harassed. Meme number 2 says, "What do you call guys who make women in the kitchen jokes?" Single. This meme depicts Rosie the Riveter, who was an iconic female from World War II, and she was the face of equality and she fought for women. So this already is a very powerful meme. It's funny, but it has a lot of meaning and deep meaning behind it. Many people still assume that women are obligated to do household chores such as cooking, cleaning, the dishes, and that they should just stay in the house and do chores in the house. This is known as the cult of domesticity, and this meme satirizes and criticizes the cult of domesticity. The third meme says, "When you realize you can never meet society's body expectations." And this shows a dead skeleton who has been laying there trying to please society. And in today's society, especially with the use of social media, we see a lot of people, such as the Kardashians and other famous people, and their body expectations are just simply out of reach. This uses humor to point out that body expectations are just improbable and that women will die trying to achieve the ideal body. As I discuss these three main topics: the way that women should dress, the roles that they should partake in, and the way they should appear, all of these are addressed in the memes, and these are all issues that women have been facing for centuries and are still facing today. There are three main waves of feminism. The first wave of feminism began in the 19th to early 20th century. It focused on equal contract and property rights for women, as well as women's right to vote. This first wave ended in the passing of the 19th Amendment, which was the women's right to vote. The second wave of feminism began in the 1960s to the 80s. It focused on equality and discrimination, and also the cult of domesticity, and how women's main role in their life was to get married and to have children, and that was their main purpose. The third wave of feminism began because of the failure of the second wave of feminism. It focused on the diversity of women based on their identity, gender, race, social order, and sexual preference. This was the 1990s to around the early 2000s. It also focused on stereotypes that women face. Addressing these issues with a humorous approach is a more appealing way to strengthen the women's rights movement. The memes are a voice of a new generation, and they speak to our generation, and it just expands the women's rights movement. A lot of people don't realize this, but it discusses these serious topics in a funny way. And feminism often has a negative connotation. People don't like to just go ahead and straightforwardly talk about feminism. But because the memes are funny, they are easier to discuss and share with others. And they can also leave more of a long lasting impression because people will think about the humor behind it. The memes are enjoyable and they are relatable, but they convey a very important message that keeps feminism alive. I believe that the fourth wave of feminism, it's not really stated, but I believe that the internet is the fourth wave of feminism. Through memes and other social media platforms, it discusses these issues such as the way women should dress, the cult of domesticity, body expectations, things like that. And a lot of people don't think about how these are serious topics. And I believe that it keeps the feminist movement going, and our generation is still fighting for the equality of women today. I wanted to thank you all for attending today's conference. I am very grateful for this opportunity to present my research. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to contact me. I would be happy to answer your questions. I know that this was a little different, not being in person, it's virtual, but I would still appreciate anyone who has any questions, and I would gladly answer them. Thanks again to Strike a Spark and the Honors Program.